Hello everyone, this has been a real exciting Formula One Championship edition. If you've been following, it's been really a lot of fun. So we are heading to Barcelona next. We're going to Spain. So that's pretty exciting. I know there's a pretty big soccer team there, and of course we have the wonderful racetrack. We end up qualifying towards the back of the pack. It was dry conditions, practice qualifying. I did get impeded, I thought, on what was going to be my best lap due to Michael Schumacher. He was a little bit slower that lap, but I think I could have maybe been more so mid-pack instead of at the back. So let's go ahead and head on to the grid and get this race underway.
The Circuit de Catalunya here in Barcelona is the scene for the Spanish Grand Prix 1997. This is quite a challenging course, just under 3 miles, a good mixture of bends and a long start and finish straight for overtaking. And that's unusual for a modern circuit. Michael Schumacher, no doubt, will be hoping to reproduce his win here in 96 when the rain caused so many problems for most of the field, but not for him.
Alright, let's head on to the track. I did look at last week. I did get within a couple tenths of the fastest lap of actually 1997, so that was pretty cool that I was that close. Wow, cars are everywhere.
They fly off the grid towards turn 1. Exceptional. That's taken him past Pedro Diniz. He's hit Larini.
Oh my goodness. Everybody just stopped. You can't do that. There's got to be like a progression of slowing down. It's just like they put on the brakes. They could stop on a dime. It's quite wild. It's not realistic. Alright, so a 32 lap race. I did put 20 laps of fuel in, so we might be a little slow compared to everybody else. Looks like you only have to go about 16 laps to get halfway. I hear cars all over me. I struggle with the car setup here at this track. Although I feel like I had a better car setup at other tracks, but it didn't perform that well, so maybe I'm doing okay considering the car setup I have.
Into lap 2 now.
It's getting a little quiet on the straightaways, so it looks like I'm maybe faster on the straightaways. Maybe they're quicker than me in the corners, because they get really loud in the corners, and I don't hear them at all at the end of the straightaways. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting.
He's definitely gaining. I'm looking at the race order.
Gaining
now.
on 11th.
In first,
to the announcer.
Heights Harold Frenson. Second, Williams number 1. In third, Michael Schumacher. Fourth, Eddie Irvine. In fifth position, Ralph Schumacher. In sixth place, Jean Alesi. The gap is growing. This is the third lap. That lap will certainly help him catch the car in front.
Sounds like I'm the
Pedal to
quickest
the
car.
metal, flat out.
Maybe not by much, because I keep hearing the cars behind me catch me in the corners, so it's not like that's getting quieter. Well, now it is.
He's coming up from behind now.
Maybe I just had to burn off a couple laps of fuel. I don't know.
He's pumping in some really good lap times now.
Yeah, it's kind of odd, right? I guess, what are y'all's thoughts? Am I just getting better? Am I taking off some fuel load so I'm a little bit more competitive now? Hans-Harald Frentzen got the fastest lap this now.
The gap is increasing.
Okay, now I'm losing. So I'm not really sure. Maybe I just had a fast lap.
Now, what about the drivers in the lower positions? In 11th place, Shinji Nakano. 12th, Jan Magnussen. In 13th place, Nicola Larini. Yes! The car in front will be getting worried after that lap time.
So apparently I'm still fast. Maybe it just depends on which sector you look at. I gain in some sectors and lose in others.
He's coming up from behind now.
Ah, Hans-Harald Frentzen is winning. When I picked him last year, I didn't know he was that good. That wasn't last year. Last time we did the game, so 1996 season.
Pedal to the metal, flat out. The top positions are first.
So I was gaining, now I'm losing, I think.
Second, Williams number 1.
So I'm
Third,
inconsistent.
Michael Schumacher. In 4th position, Eddie Irvine. In 5th, Ralph Schumacher. 6th, Jean Alesi.
Oh, I overcooked that corner. Sorry, car. That's probably an unsafe entry of the track.
There was definitely contact between the two
now.
cars.
This track's really got some quick straights on it,
The gap is growing.
and then some very slow corners. And then some corners real fast. So we're gaining on the leader some laps and some laps losing. So we just got to be more consistent.
He's definitely gaining. What about the drivers in the lower positions? In 7th place, Olivier Panis. In 8th place, Gerhard Berger. In 9th place, Mika Häkkinen. The gap is growing.
Yeah, real consistent here. I think it's starting to rain.
This'll be a new hazard. The track's difficult enough in the dry, but wet on slick tyres is the hardest situation of all.
I haven't raced at all here in the wet, much like some previous races where I didn't until race conditions. So it's kind of fun here,
The gap is growing.
showing you on camera my skills of adjusting from dry to wet on the fly.
He's dropping back a bit. Let's see how they stand now. The
Whoa.
race leader.
Sorry, buddy. I didn't
Williams,
see you
number one.
until it's too late.
What's happened? He's hit Larini.
Yeah,
In
I
second,
gave them back their treatment.
Heights Harold Frenson. In 3rd place, Michael Schumacher. In 4th, Eddie Irvine. 5th, Ralph Schumacher.
It looks
In
like
sixth,
people are starting to pit,
Jean
so maybe I
Alesi.
should pit.
About a quarter of the race gone now. He
Whoa.
forces his way through.
Wow.
We've got wet tyres waiting for you when you think it's wet enough out there.
Sure, thanks. I'll come in this time.
He's crossed the white line now. That means you have to slow down to 75 miles per hour in the pit lane, which he does by hitting a button that activates the red limiter.
The team's been practicing this over and
Alright, should be
over
plenty of
again
gas to get to
until
the
it's
end.
perfect.
28 gallon or
The
28
car in
laps.
front will be getting worried
We
after
got
that
24
lap
laps to
time.
go. So the whole point of that is to
Okay, let's see how the drivers are doing lower down the order. In 10th place, Shinji Nakano. In 11th place, Jan Magnussen. Hang on, he's just hit Mika Häkkinen.
Whoa.
In 12th
Sorry, buddy.
place, Mika
I was trying to
Häkkinen.
pass you, but I didn't give you enough room. That was my bad. Alright, so we gotta make it 24 laps on these tires. Take 28 laps of fuel. That should be plenty to make it to the end.
The gap is closing.
Alright, that's great for me.
It's a testimony to the drivers that they managed to stay on the track at all.
Maybe I'm doing
let
better
alone
on
lap
that
at the speeds they are doing.
than they are.
Spectacular overtaking there. Beautiful. He's gone through past Fisichella.
Up to 7th, wow.
1/3 of the race gone, 2/3 still to go. His lap time is quicker than the car he's chasing. Pedal to the metal, flat out.
So they're a lot quicker on the straights than I am.
He's closing the gap.
Whoa!
It's Magnussen. Just a touch of the barrier. That shouldn't slow him down. Let's see how they stand now. The race leader, Williams #1. In second place, Heitz Harold Frentzen. Third, Michael Schumacher. In fourth, Eddie Irvine. Fifth, Gerhard Berger. Sixth, Jean Alesi.
Yeah, we're much quicker on the straightaways.
He's actually up on the leader's time at split 2.
So we're catching a lazy. Fast on the outside, wow.
This is looking good for championship points if he can give it up.
Yeah, if we could do a season mode and save it, it'd be great. So we're in the points now. Ooh, I think I just saw some lightning.
Incredible!
We're getting into monsoon conditions.
Certainly help him catch the car in front.
Yeah. Oh man, it's storming. Wow, conditions are getting pretty crazy out here.
He's up into 4th.
It's monsoon conditions.
He was actually going faster than the race leader over the first section of the course.
Alright, that's what I want to hear. Keep pumping me up. So it was disappointing that we had a fuel line rupture last race. They were running really well. Whoa! Man, it's getting really slick. But that stuff happens and you gotta move on. You can't dwell on it, or it'll affect your next race.
The gap is increasing.
Yeah, I went off track, so that tends to happen when you're off track. You lose ground on others. Alright, so we're in 4th. I think I can see maybe the top 3 unless some of those are lappers up
The
there.
car in front will be getting worried
Now I
after
don't
that
see them
lap time.
because I lose on straightaways, so we're less than 3 seconds behind. Yeah, it looks like they're all right together according to the timing and scoring there. Wow. Really catching him here.
That was actually a better first split than the current leader. Max
Yeah.
won in third place. He's hit Michael Schumacher.
That was just a tap. I
Excellent.
couldn't even feel it.
He's taken the lead.
I took the lead. Woohoo! Alright. Alright, so this is a pretty slow paced race now. Definitely won't be making the fastest lap near the 1997 Grand Prix. Whoop. Oh, I gotta stay on course here. We want to win this thing.
I'm
Can't
looking
give
at the
up
race
130.
order now. In
20
first,
to go.
Jan Magnussen. In second position, Michael Schumacher. In third position, Williams number 1. In fourth position, Heinz Harald Frentzen. In fifth place, Gerhard Berger. In sixth position, Jean Alesi.
He's only young, but he really shows a talent beyond his years.
Well, thank you so much. That's a kind compliment. Wow. It's really storming here. I love the rainy races. As y'all know, that's when I perform the best, it seems. With the exception of Australia and Monaco, I did really well there in the dry. So, maybe just some tracks I take to in the dry and some I don't. It seems like in the wet, I just do well anywhere. Although I didn't get to race in the wet at Monaco, qualifying in the wet was kind of tough for me, I feel like. Wow, it's really raining here in Spain. Should be good for the garden, I guess. Usually Spain in 1997 was around May time, maybe? So, should help out everyone there that has one of those. This is really cool though, racing against some of these famous people like Berger and Schumacher, both Schumachers actually, and Irvine. Rubens is new to the scene, Barrichello, so he hadn't quite made it big yet, I don't think, but he was on his way. Maybe after this season, I can't remember. He goes to Ferrari at some point. I think he's teammates with Schumacher there. Even gives away a win to him, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been many years ago now. Oh, looks like we're catching someone. Oh, looks like they got some problems like what we had last week. Might not have been last week. whenever the last race was. I know there's sometimes multiple weeks between races in this game. And in real life. So we're almost halfway of the race. It's a real slow pace here. So we've raced 5 races so far this season. This is the 6th, and wow, get her slick. We've had 2 failures so far. We had a fuel line failure last week, or last race, I should say. These conditions are pretty tough to race in. Kind of surprised they were racing with thunder and lightning. So we've had 1 race so far where rain has not shown up. And for that matter of fact, thunder and lightning hasn't shown up.
Let's see how they stand now. The race leader, Jan Magnussen. In second place, Michael Schumacher. Third, Williams number 1. In fourth, Heinz Harald Frentzen. Fifth, Jean Alesi. In sixth place, Gerhard Berger.
Getting real slick.
We're at about half distance at this point.
So be pretty interested to hear y'all's thoughts about this game. If you played it
His way up through the gearbox.
what you thought of it as you played it, or if you'd like to play it, or if you're gonna break it out and play it with me as we look forward to the next F1 game. Shifting through these gears, it's so different than when it's dry. And the points you have to shift is a lot different as well. It's like racing 2 different tracks between wet and dry. Max 130 mile an hour. Race is halfway over. Alright, we're gaining on 2nd place, that's good to see. It fluctuates a lot. Somewhat probably due to my inconsistency and somewhat the AI inconsistency. Wow. Rain really coming down.
An interesting point to notice that both Williams and Jordan, two of the great innovators in car design, have opted for an oval air intake above the driver's head. It'll be interesting to see what difference this makes.
Well, we do know that shapes do matter, especially when you look at streamlines. And aerodynamics, drag, and
He's
lift.
accelerating hard now. Race order. In first place, Jan Magnussen.
Woo! That's
in
us.
second,
That's
Michael
pretty exciting.
Schumacher. In third position, Williams #1. In fourth, Heitz Harold Frentzen. In fifth place, Jean Alesi. In sixth place, Gerhard Berger.
Oh, lost it there. Try again. So some are probably singing "Rain, Rain, Go Away." I'm saying, bring it on. It's interesting, in the last game, it seemed a lot darker when it rained, I think. Which maybe I have
That's
some
a
kind of
Stewart.
setting. Whoa.
Just a touch of the barrier. That shouldn't slow him down.
Maybe it could be a setting I have this time for brightness level. But the last game I felt like overall was fairly dark. So maybe that's something they improved this time around. You're welcome to go back and look and see, compare. Oh. Man, this is tough conditions. Rain about the same there. So not much change between us and second place. So if you kind of want to know why I chose this team, I was looking for something that was American as far as either team owner or manufacturer or engine supplier or something. And I saw this one had Ford, so that's how I chose it. And then I try to choose less prominent drivers to race as, so that way it's a little bit more fun to race against the big names rather than the smaller names, right? So that's probably the reason why I chose Jan Magnussen. To go. Starting to see some more lap traffic here. That should make things a little bit more eventful. Formula 1 races generally aren't that exciting. Qualifying can be very exciting.
It's Magnussen. Just a touch of the barrier. That shouldn't slow him down.
But sometimes you have an exciting race. But drag racing and F1 have a lot in similar. Person wins is sometimes, not always, the person who gets to the end of the straight. So, and then sometimes it's over from there. Anybody tries to compete, but sometimes you have interesting strategies. You have weather, and like in this case, different things. Wow, Coulthard's running pretty far down. Whoa. A little squirrely there. It's nice to be racing around some others when you race by yourself for so long, but then you get mad because they cut you off. So, I know some cars are pitting. I wonder if the rain's like lighting up.
We're at about the 2/3 mark now in terms of race distance. The top positions are first, Jan Magnussen.
We haven't had a race yet where the rain
Michael
has
Schumacher.
lightened up.
Third, Jean Alesi. In fourth position, Williams #1. In fifth place, Heitz Harold Frentzen. In sixth, Gerhard Berger. Pedal to the metal, flat out.
So maybe the rain is getting lighter.
Magnussen.
Maybe not.
He probably left
I
a
got a
bit
little
of
too
tyre
confident
rubber on
there.
that barrier.
But the track does seem not as slick as it has been. So I don't know. Maybe we're going through another change here. Don't rightly know. So we'll kind of play this out, see what happens here. Yeah, sounds like we're all over.
I think the rain's beginning to pass now. Hopefully we'll start to see some sun.
Yeah, maybe we should come in for some dry tires.
I imagine that this will be his only stop. We'll know when we see how long refueling
We already had
takes.
another one.
Absolute clockwork precision from the pit crew.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tyres?
Well, I didn't know because some other people were coming out. Looked like the conditions were maybe changing to be more favorable of dry. So I wasn't too sure. We'll just kind of see how this goes. We're out here on dry tires and seem to be doing okay in the current conditions. I had enough of a lead to where I could, I guess, pit and keep the lead, so I figured I'd try something. And if I'm on a paradigm, it might help me win the race. We're definitely going much faster than we were before.
It looks like there was a coming together there.
Yeah, it's like racing two different tracks. You gotta change your gears at different locations than you did before. Yeah, we're going much faster now. So we waited a little bit longer than some people. We waited a lap past the first people we saw pitting, but I think it's worked out pretty well. And it looks like rear being caught. Schumacher has knocked off a lot of time. And again, we're not as fast in the dry as he is. We're faster in the slow. So this is the first time we've actually had a race where it started raining and it cleared up. So that's good to see that it's not just rain for the whole time. That's why we do the entire season, not just a couple races here, to really get a feel for the game. The last 10 laps here is going to be pretty interesting.
In first place, Jan Magnussen. Second, Michael Schumacher. Third,
Man, it's really dried up.
Olivier Panis.
It's not slick at all.
In fourth, Jean Alesi. In fifth position, Williams number 1. In sixth position, Heitz Harold Frentzen. We're now at 3/4 race distance.
So
He's
25% go.
accelerating hard now.
And Michael is definitely catching us. Somebody was on her tail, but I don't hear them now. I don't know where they're at.
As the circuit begins to dry, the drivers will start to get problems with their wet tyres overheating, as there isn't so much surface water about to cool them down.
I think we have too much fuel on board, and that was
He's
slowing
done
us
a
down.
fantastic job.
Wow. Really gained on him if he just pitted that time. That wouldn't make sense though, because he was gaining on us before that. I don't really know. It's peculiar. Whoa.
I cannot believe it. He's hit Ralf Schumacher.
I can believe it. He didn't give me any room there on the inside. Yeah, if I had damage on the way the AI race, I'd be out the first lap. And then, if it didn't happen then, I'd be out the next lap. $180 is a lot different than $130, that's for sure, on these straightaways.
Let's hope the clouds continue to disperse and we see a little
Oh,
sunshine
fuel
out
line
of the sun.
failure again.
He's out. That's the
Wow,
end of
another
the Spanish Grand
DNF.
Prix as far as he's concerned.
2 in a row, so 3 out of, what was that, 6 races now? That's wild. So yeah, there's a lot of DNFs in this game, and I think there's quite a few DNFs if you look at the real life of a lot of the cars. Maybe not some of the better performing ones, but a good portion of the cars. So Fastest lap was Hans Harold Frentzen. Michael Schumacher wins by almost 20 seconds there over him. Only 4 cars on the lead lap. Wow, Michael. You just put everybody to shame. So, a lot of fun there. It's a shame I was leading, and then we had fuel line rupture again. This happens, so in this game. It is a heartbreaker, though. Next up is Montreal, so we'll be heading to Canada. So we'll see y'all next time.